Everybody's heard the success story. I made millions with Bitcoin, but those days are long gone. However, there are still some opportunities in the altcoin market that could potentially make you millions. If you stay to the end of this video, I'll show you exactly why I buy assets with ugly looking charts. Hey team, I'm Matthew Breenan, co-founder at CryptoCharge.com. A few reminders before we get started today. If you want to take your charting and your trading to the next level, you should check out our program. We cover everything from macroeconomics. We do 5 live shows a week covering technical analysis as well as industry news. We give you guys all of the weekly plays that we're looking at, whether we're looking to go long or short, as well as a Discord community where you can ask questions. You can use code TA Academy for 40% off. Let's get into today's lesson though. I want to give you guys a quick overview of the markets, taking a look at the Dow Jones, dollar index, Bitcoin, the XRP price chart, and I'm going to show you a comparison of an asset that I'm heavily invested in now and another chart that looks a lot like this asset did in its early stages and why I think you should consider DCing into it today. So let's get into the Dow Jones first. I like to look at the Dow Jones because it gives me a good sense of what's happening with the equity markets. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to anything that's been going on with the Federal Reserve, you know that they have been on an aggressive tightening schedule, meaning that they're raising rates, making credit more expensive, and also getting rid of mortgage-backed securities off of their balance sheets, basically being less accommodative to the markets and pushing prices down artificially. So when we look at the Dow Jones here, we can see that a few days ago, we actually got a strong rejection off of this Fibonacci retracement level, the 786 here. We've had a little bit of a retracement rally back up since then, but I do believe the Dow Jones has further to fall. We can see that all through the later parts of this year, the Dow Jones has continued to make lower lows and lower highs. That is a staple of a downtrend. And so far, I have not seen any signs to say the Dow Jones has fully bottomed. Now, a lot of analysts are looking for different prices. I think the Dow Jones bottoms somewhere down in this region, down towards 26,500. I think it's got quite a little bit more to tumble down. Now, we have a shorter term idea over here in the Dow Jones. We have actually entered somewhat where price is now. If you guys want to check out those targets, you guys can sign up for that two-week free trial at CryptoCharge.com. Now, looking over here at Dixie, the dollar index price chart, kind of giving this idea of how strong the dollar is. We've been seeing this huge parabolic rise in Dixie since basically 2021, right? Since late 2021. And you can see that continuously we make higher highs and higher lows. We've been making these consolidation structures or bull flags. And every time this bull flag comes to an apex, we see an explosive impulse move higher. So every time Dixie breaks out, breaks higher, consolidates, breaks higher, consolidates, and breaks higher. So as of right now, we are still in a bull structure. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. That is a staple of an uptrend. So you can see currently we're still trading above key levels. We're still trading within the bull flag structure here. So we should expect the dollar to break out. The dollar and risk on assets have an inverse relationship. So if the Bitcoin price is going up, we will see Dixie or dollar index going down. Usually, right? Or the opposite, where we have the dollar going up, we'll see the Bitcoin price go down. So let's take a look here at the Bitcoin price chart. We've got a couple parameters that are going to kind of define where we're at with Bitcoin price right now. So I've identified on this chart for you where we have strong support and strong resistance. You can see this floor that we've created here. We actually set this low back here in June, right around $17,500, but the majority of this price action has been towards $18,500 and the high $18,000 region. Now you can see that we have strong resistance up here in the mid 20s, around 23,900, 24,000. We have our high up here at 25,000, but again, the meat of kind of where this barrier has been placed in here is around 23,800. Now again, we do have this 200-day moving average that's still quite a ways away. We have other assets that have reached their 200-day. We saw the altcoin market turn over collectively from that 200-day moving average just today. So it's possible that we still have one more spike in Bitcoin before we move lower, but ultimately I don't think that Bitcoin moves higher. We just looked how the dollar chart is poised for a move higher, okay? Now take a quick look at the XRP price chart here. I'm going to zoom out for you guys a bit. And we're kind of in the same situation that Bitcoin is in. Now, XRP has cleared out more liquidity. And what I mean by that is when you get a breakdown, like we see here on this XRP price chart, right? We got this huge spike up. This is the high that we made over here in April of 2021. We started to use this key level, this 50 cent level as a floor of support, got to move higher. Once we got that breakdown though, you can see that there wasn't a retest of that area as a ceiling of resistance. So although XRP is in a bull flag right now, And although it's trading above its 200-day moving average, it is butted up against some very serious resistance right now. So at the minimum, what I would expect to see out of this Bitcoin price chart is a retest of this zone here. The reason I'm looking for a retest is you can see that we spent quite a bit of time consolidating and accumulating below this region, finally get a breakout and no proper back test. So I believe that we're going to have the opportunity to buy XRP at a better price, right around 38 cents. Now I do have lower prices with my expectations for XRP, but I think you can start your DCA around 38 cents. Now, I want to show you guys this comparison chart, and I try to look at fractals or pieces of price action that look similar to other charts because they can tell us a story. And there's so many charts that look like the chart I'm about to show you right now. The chart I'm going to show you is an asset called Casper, and Casper is built for enterprise. Everything's essentially a contract. Everything's upgradable, customizable for businesses. And it's very difficult for people when they see a chart that's just going down or has something called an illiquidity wick showing that prices were astronomical, but there were no buyers at that price. And you see price set fresh lows. And that can be super frustrating and it can discourage many traders from ever investing at all. But let's take a look over here on the right. So you can see very clearly it says VET USD, which is VeChain USD. And we're looking at 3-day charts. Each one of these little ticks on here, I know they're all scrunched up. They represent 3 days worth of price action. So when we look at this VeChain chart on the right, and the reason I picked this chart is because it is almost identical to the Casper chart. So we have this illiquidity wick, meaning that price got listed right around $1.96, but there were no buyers until right around here, around 2 cents. You started to get some actual volume, people actually trading VeChain around 2 cents, right? Even after that happened, though, you had this crashing structure that came in here, a little bit of a lower high, make another low, come up, consolidate, and then we come in for another crash before VeChain goes on this insane run up. Okay, we can kind of see that we have something similar here, right? Illiquidity wick around $65. Big crash. Nobody starts trading Casper until this kind of 76, 75 cent region crashes, right? But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take something called the bars pattern. So if you're in tradingview.com, you go down about 6 tools. Over here on the left side, you guys can go to the bars pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take VeChain's entire price action from the illiquidity wick to current, okay? And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here on the Casper chart. So if I just stretch this out a bit because we have to kind of fix what was happening there, you guys can see what happened here, right? Is it identical? No, but we have an illiquidity wick, crashing structure, reaccumulation, comes down, sets another low for accumulation, and hypothetically could break out significantly higher. So if we were to just look at this fractal, I'm just going to get rid of this fractal on the right side because this fractal is the VeChain chart. It shows that, first of all, that first spike should be around 41 cents, right? So if we were to measure from current market price up to that local high, that would be almost a 10x gain, a 1,000% gain from current market price on Casper here. And if we were to look at to where it suggests that the all-time high could come in around $10 or $11, you're looking at over a 200x reward. Now, my personal targets on Casper are actually a lot lower than that. It's actually in the $2 to $4 region, and that would still be a phenomenal return. But I want you to see, when we look at these charts side by side, that when VeChain was in these moments over here, when it kept crashing and just reaccumulating and not doing anything, nobody wanted to buy VeChain until VeChain provided one of the best returns out of any of the altcoins in 2021. So I would highly encourage you guys to go get signed up on your favorite exchange. I buy most of my VeChain on Uphold because I can set up a nice DCA there. Highly recommend it. Until next time, we're Crypto Charge. Have a great day.